last level for the Total Tennis Nerds, level number 5. We're gonna call it minus minus or minus F. Confusing. Unforced errors or forced errors. This gets complicated, and that's why I included last. And to be honest, up to a certain level, I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care if the errors were forced or unforced. I don't want that to be the starting point, because this is a subjective call. Okay, it's my opinion. If I see my student getting off balance, and then I'm gonna call it a forced error, or if I think they were in good balance and they still missed, so it's an unforced error. It's subjective. There, my grandma cannot reach. She never watched tennis, and she will not figure it out if there was a forced error or an unforced error. So again, that's a plus. If you want to add it, that's a plus, and then I'm gonna confuse you even more with the plus minus coefficient. Alrighty, so if we look at the 5 points that we watched again, nothing changed out of point 2 to 5, because point number 2, which was a mistake, was unforced, and I'm leaving it as it is. The only thing that I'm gonna add right now, which is different from what we do at grade base, okay, I'm just gonna underline the forced errors, the errors that were provocated by a good shot of the opponent. In this case, Sell hit a great serve, Lajal manages to reach it with the forehand side, shanks it, misses it. That's a forced error. It was completely off balance. I'm gonna underline it. Okay, and that's the only mistake that was forced. Actually, the only one of 2, because it was just 5 points, and I don't want to keep you 20 minutes watching tennis to go through this. Now, the plus minus coefficient, it allows us to see the quality of the match. If we watch a pro tennis match, we are possibly going to be in the plus level. If we watch an under 10 match across all nations, all levels, there is no way that we're going to be up in a plus. There is going to be a ton of mistakes, and the plus minus coefficient is going to be deep red in a minus. All right, now just to explain quickly, we are going to count to calculate Sell plus minus coefficient. What we are going to do, we are going to consider the 3 winners that he hits. Okay, so that's the 3 pluses, 3 winners. We are going to add the forced errors, okay, the errors that he provoked from his opponent, and then we are going to subtract the unforced errors that he made right here. Okay, so we have a 3 plus 1 minus 1, which, guess what, gives us a plus 3, which is a great coefficient. I'm sure if we watch the whole practice set, which on YouTube there it's only the highlights, you know, but I want to see the whole set, I'm quite sure it's going to be lower than that, even though they are pros, even though they are super good. But again, if you chart the whole set and you want to see how good the match was, as far as how well I played, how well did I play? Like, did I do a lot of dumb mistakes? Did I force my opponent to make mistakes? Or, you know, how did it actually go? That's an objective measure. Well, it's not objective, because we still have to make a subjective call about the forced or unforced. But hopefully I didn't lose you completely there, and you see what I'm saying. But that was the last level. That's a plus. You don't need it. Okay, start working with the first 4 levels, get comfortable with it, and then we can start talking about the subjectivity of the forced or unforced error. Hope it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, reach out if you have any questions. I know I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm just doing these videos trying to help, especially parents of juniors, but also the juniors themselves, trying to make sense of this game which we love in a more rational way. So yes, thanks for following through this 5 steps video, and I hope